Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for March 2nd, 2023. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, these are my opinions. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, could you do us a big favor? Leave us a comment. Let us know. We'd love to know if you're new here. But hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support our families, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. If you have any tips, tricks, many of these stories you're about to hear are from viewers like you, go over to cordcuttersnews.com, click on the contact us, send us an email of any breaking cord cutting news you may find. Those tips are a huge help. All right, let's jump right into it. Starting off with Bally Sports may soon shut down. Now, regional sports nets, once seen as this huge cash cow, how could they not? They have MLB, NBA, NHL rights, and more, are now struggling. Bally Sports, we know, is headed towards bankruptcy. They only have a few more weeks to try to find a way to avoid it. It doesn't sound like that's going to happen from what I'm hearing. But AT&T Sports Nets have announced that they're just going to shut down. Their new owner, Warner Brothers Discovery, says our sins are just not worth it. Teams take back your rights, or by the end of March, we're going to declare Chapter 7 and just cease operations. And now, according to Scripps executives, they believe that Bally Sports has a real possibility of just shutting down soon and ending service and stop production. We'll have to wait and see. Now, in full disclosure, Scripps, which owns local channels and owns Ion Television, amongst others, they have launched a sports division and they want to be able to get in on sports. They're working very hard to say, hey, we'll do regional sports, we'll do national sports. They want sports. Sports is one of the few areas that's still very profitable when it comes to ad marketing because people watch sports live. They're not fast forwarding through ads on commercials, driving up the ad rates on live versus reruns of old TV shows, for example. So take this with a grain of salt, but he says that Bally Sports is very much in a position where they may not be paying these sports networks. They may just have to shut down. We'll have to see how that all plays out. I'm very interested to see the long-term implications of this. But RSNs, regional sports networks, once seen as a profit, huge cash cow, are not anymore. We'll have to wait and see. Speaking of RSNs, MSG, which is a regional sports network in the New York area, Madison Square Gardens, has announced details of the new MSG Plus streaming service. This is a direct-to-consumer service, and let's be honest, this is kind of pricey. And I know other services have tried to do this price. I still think this is crazy. $29.99 a month, or $309 a year, $309.99 a year. Or if you just want to watch one or two games, you can buy them on a per-game basis for $9.99 a game. Yes, $9.99 per game. Kind of crazy if you ask me. Bally Sports, which offers more, in most areas, offers more teams, more sports. It's only $20 a month, and even that I think is pricey. So $30 a month, that's going to maybe get your very hardcore dedicated fans, but honestly, $30 a month, you can go get Fubo and DirecTV Stream and others that offer many of these services. Leave me a comment, let me know, how much of a sports fan are you? Would you pay for this? I'm a sports fan, but $30 a month just for two teams? That's a tough sell for me. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think of that. All right, 5G is very important. It's the backbone of a lot of what we do every day. Streaming videos and more need internet. 5G is kind of the way a lot of people are starting to get that. T-Mobile has announced a few big improvements to their 5G for even faster 5G internet and better performance. They've launched a 5G standalone. Now, this is a new bandwidth sector where they can offer even faster internet, and it works in the Samsung S23s. The Samsung S23s have antennas that can reach this bandwidth. Well, they're starting to roll this out in markets around the country. Right now in a handful of markets, more coming soon, that can offer up to 3.3 gigabits of speed theoretically. Now, more people you have in the node, that speed gets divided up between people, but that's significantly faster than older bandwidth standards. The 5G standalone, it's a lot of technical stuff, but what you need to know about is it's a new spectrum that offers faster internet, but your phone has to have an antenna to pick it up. The new Galaxy S23 does, so keep a close eye on that. They've also announced that 5G VONR, which is basically voice over 5G, is coming to T-Mobile. And the big selling point here is it's a lot faster, especially when connecting. You ever dial a phone and have to wait a few seconds, maybe longer if it's a congested market, for your phone call to actually start ringing through? It's because it's trying to connect, it's waiting for an open slot to connect. Doing voice over 5G allows that to be a lot faster, and they'll be able to connect your phone call significantly faster with it. T-Mobile says this is the future. They plan to continue to expand these to more markets. Keep a close eye on this. 3 gigabits down speed is crazy fast for a node. That should help a lot of congestion, hopefully someday coming to their home internet service. We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. All right, some news for Pluto TV. If you are a fan of Pluto TV, you know I love free ad-supported services. One of the complaints about Pluto TV is in the guide is it really want to let you fast forward and see what was coming hours down the road. Hey, is my favorite channel going to be showing a movie I'm interested in tonight, or do I want to go watch something else? You used to kind of have to sit down right when it was happening and just find out what was on Pluto TV. Well, on a growing number of devices, their guide is being updated to allow you to scroll 12 hours into the future and be able to check out what's coming up on Pluto TV. Absolutely love this feature. They also added a search on most of their new apps that's been there for a while though, to help make discovering content a lot easier on Pluto TV. Let me know, what feature would you love to have on Pluto TV? Don't say DVR, that's not happening. They have the on-demand section for most of that content if you want to check that out. All right, big, maybe headline story of the day. Blackouts will become more common on YouTube TV, DirecTV Stream, Fubo TV, Hulu, and more. So the issue here is the fact that currently your local CBS, ABC, NBC, etc., Fox are negotiated by the big parent company. A few years ago, CBS affiliates, Fox affiliates, and more agreed to, instead of negotiating individually with each streaming service, let Paramount, Disney, Fox, NBC, Universal, for example, do the negotiation on their behalf. One massive deal from CBS, this parent company Paramount, would apply to all the locals. Now this system has started to fall apart because with CBS on Fubo, locals were very unhappy. They, in their opinions, were getting a raw deal. Basically, it's how I'm going to sum it up. They think that Paramount agreed to a deal that was below market rates. They should have got more money, and so they didn't agree to it. So CBS put a national feed on Fubo in a lot of markets. It's a huge chunk of CBS affiliates that just went dark there. So that has resulted in a lot of issues with this. And now these locals, Nexstar, Scripps, and more, have announced that they want to take back the negotiating power. They want to be the ones to negotiate with YouTube TV, Hulu, Fubo, Vidgo, Sling, and more. The problem with that means is you have to negotiate with each individual once. When these services first launched, that was the norm. And you had situations where one market would maybe have 3 of their locals, but not another. Another market would have 2. Another one would have all. Some markets would have none. It's because they, these services like YouTube TV, when they launched, were going company by company, and some of these locals are only, this company may own 10 locals, for example. Well, that's a lot of people to negotiate, a lot of contracts to do. Now these companies are saying, well, we don't like the parent company, we want to go back to that model. And that's going to mean a lot more blackouts, because that means all these companies, as they come back and negotiate, are going to have to come and negotiate all over again individually instead of striking a big massive deal for all of them. Look for more blackouts if this comes to be. I think it's silly. I think locals are going to shoot themselves in the foot. I think increasingly cable networks are saying people can buy an antenna for the most part. I'm not going to pay you what you want to be paid. I think they're overestimating how much their content's worth. Leave me a comment, let me know. Would you be upset if your local went dark on your streaming service, or do you not care? Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. All right, last up of the day, Tubi has announced all the new content coming to Tubi in March. I'm not going to break this down. It's a huge list, but if you go over to cordcuttersnews.com, we have a ton of these. Tubi, Disney Plus, Hulu, and more. Everything coming to these services during the month. Check out the show notes down below. Go over to cordcuttersnews.com. You can find all of them there. Well, that's it for the day. Hopefully this can helps you. If you like these videos, leave me a comment. Let me know. We're really excited. And we got more reviews, tips, tricks, videos, and more coming up real soon. So until next time, take care, be safe. I'll be back again real soon.